So guys, in this video, I am going to talk about this NPM package, Azure Storage Blob. Okay, so I think that you must want to know that how you can create a Azure Storage account. So I have already made a video. The link to that video will be given below in description. In that video, I have already explained how many type of storages that are available in Azure. So firstly, we'll be talking about this storage blob. Okay, so this will be a client library for JavaScript, which will be used in making NPM, which will be used in making Node.js application, which will be running on the browser and the server side. Okay. So basically, I am going through this documentation at once. In the next video, we will be going to talk about this quick start so that we can make a actual application using the storage blob. So in this video, I'm just going to explain what all things that this library already has. So the prerequisite is basically you need Azure subscription. So the prerequisite is you need an Azure subscription and a storage account, which we have already created in the previous video. Then you need to install the package. So simply you have to run npm install Azure Storage Blob. Then you need to authenticate. Okay, so there are three type of authentications basically available. So you can choose any one of them: Azure Active Directory or shared key and and shared access signature. So you can choose any one of them. So basically the difference between the Node.js and the browsers. Okay, so there are difference between the Node.js and the browser runtime. When getting started with this library, pay attention to the API or classes marked only available in Node.js runtime. Okay, and some are only available for browsers. So we will be basically focusing on the parts or APIs that are only available in Node.js runtime. So there are various features that are only available in Node.js. So one is the shared key authentication, next is the shared key signature, next is parallel uploading and downloading. Okay, and the features that are available in the browser, it's only the parallel uploading and downloading. It does not have the shared key authentication and shared access signature. Okay, next we have to go through this CORS, that is cross origin resource sharing, in which you have to define certain rules for your storage account. Okay, if you need to develop for browsers. Next thing is as you already know that in the cross rules we can set rules for these four services, that is the blob storage, queue storage, file storage and table storage. So I have covered this four topics in my previous video, in which I have explained how to create an Azure storage account. Okay, so next thing is the key concepts. So blob storage is basically designed for serving images, documents directly to the browsers, storing files, streaming videos, writing log files, storing data for backup, storing data for analysis. Okay, so there are certain offers. Blob storage offers three type of resources. One is the storage account via the blob service client. Next is the container, and next is the blob. So let me explain you what this means. Okay, so this will be your storage. You will be creating a Azure storage account. Okay, whatever the name will be given. In that storage account, you can create containers. Containers, you can just think it like they are certain folders. Okay, which can store blobs. Okay, blobs can be anything, just like you can say it is a MP3 file. Okay, you can say it is having images. Okay, so you can think it containers just like folders, and in that folder you can save many images, videos, or anything like that. Okay, so you can make multiple folders, or you can say you can make multiple containers in a single Azure account, and you can create multiple blobs in a single container. Okay, so this is the meaning of that. Next thing is the example. We before moving forward, so the next thing is examples. So firstly, we need to import the packages. Okay, so this is the import statement. You can choose the selective packages if you want. If you don't want to install the complete, you don't want to require the complete package, you can choose the selective packages. Then you need to create the blob service client. Okay, so this basically require an URL. You basically require a URL to the blob service, whatever the service you have created on the Azure, that you have to require, and the access credential. Okay, after that you can choose certain options. First one is the default Azure credential. You can choose that from the using the Azure identity package. So you have to recommended way is to instantiate is a blob service client. So there is a setup a way you have to create a reference authorized access to blobs. You can check out this documentation for further information. After creating this, you have to first add a new ADD application. Okay, after that you have to grant access to Azure blobs, and after that you have to set up the environment variables or environment setups. So this is the sample code. Next thing is, if you want to choose another method, that is the storage share credential, then you can go for this option. And if you want to choose SAS token, then you could go for this option. So next thing is, after authentication and all these kind of stuff, next thing is you can create a new container using this code. Okay, so this code basically says that you have to first require your libraries. After that you have to give some account information. Okay, this is the blob client that you are creating. You are accessing your account using this variable, and after that this is the main function. You can create your own containers. Okay, this is the name new container. You can create, give the date and time. Okay, so after that you can create container client. Yeah, this is the name of the container, and after that finally you can log that out. Your container is successfully created. Next thing is list the container. If your storage account has containers, previous containers, or you already have some containers, then you can just list them out. uh, okay, by this code. So this will be using a simple for loop, iterating throughout your containers, available containers. Okay, so if you do not want to use this simple function, this is the for wait of. Okay, so you can use this either, or you can, without using this for wait of function, if you are not very much familiar with JavaScript, you can choose the while loop also. Okay, you can also support this concept also support pagination, so you can go via pages one by one. Okay, so this is the code for that, by pages option. Okay, so next thing is you can give the parameter such as maximum page size will be 20, so you can going through the maximum page size 20. Okay, next thing is the create a blob for uploading to data. So you can create a blob, or you can say that you can upload data to your containers using this code. So this code basically says that your container name, this one is the already we have done. This is the your container name in which you have to upload the blob, or you can say data. Next thing is the content of the blob. Next thing is the name, whatever name you want to give, with the some randomization using the date and time function. Next thing is the you can create the blob client, and you can create the upload blob response, and finally you can log it out successful. Now next thing is you want to list out number of blobs, or you can list out the blobs that are already present in your container. So you can choose this method. This we have already covered. And next thing is the function, main function, in which will be iterating through all the blobs that are available in your container. Next thing is you can, if you want to download the blob and convert it into a string, then you can use this function. Okay, this will be downloading, this will be main function, this will be downloading the your blob dot download, and after downloading you can log it that your blob is already downloaded and it is already converted to a string. Okay, so this is a simple function that is used to read Node.js readable stream into a string. Okay, next thing is, if you want to this is browser specific. If you want to do that thing inside browser, then you can go through this code. This code is also similar to the previous one. Inside, the only difference is it use bundle. Okay, the only thing is it use the JavaScript bundle section. So you can check out this if you want to know more about bundle. Okay, Next thing is troubleshooting. If you are facing an error, then you can definitely log your information out. Okay, as your log level, you can give this variable as info, or you can set log level. Okay, so next thing is, if you want to see the examples, then you can go through this Java blob storage sample examples in JavaScript. This will be going through the GitHub repository. So this basically repository contains some examples, so you can just go through these examples. For example, this file name has this function, this file name connect to authenticate with the services using connection string. Okay, this already has some examples, so you can just go through them at once. You just have to you can say you just have to copy and paste this code inside your JavaScript document, and you have to run it using the node or anything like that. Okay, so this is basically the concept. Next thing is the next thing is, if you are using TypeScript, then you can check out the TypeScript examples of using the blob storage, and if you want to test cases something, then you can go through this. So guys, I think that you are able to understand this Azure Storage Blob NPM package. And the next thing is, I will be implementing this in the next video, in which we will be talking about the quick start guide on managing the blob with using JavaScript version 12 SDK in browser. Okay, so guys, if you like this video, please press the like button, and if you want to know more, I will be daily uploading this. I used to daily upload videos related to technical stuff, so you can definitely love to subscribe my channel. So guys, that's all in this video. Thanks for watching.